Okay guys, today we're going to work on this sunflower wreath, super popular, super easy, and this is what the end product looks like, at least close up. We'll put another picture in there anyways for this, but let me put that aside for now. We have, in your kit you're going to have 21 brown pieces, 6 orange pieces, 54 yellow pieces, 6 of each of the greens. So we're going to start with, there's just 2 different folds on these, and we're going to do those all together. So here we are. We have 3 of the brown. This brown is just rolled up in the natural direction that it curls itself. We go with that and just, you can see this. Try to give it like a pretty tight roll, maybe like the size of, in the end to be the size of a quarter or a nickel. Nickel's good, quarters okay too. You can hold that between these 2 fingers while you can use the rest of your hand. Do the same thing 2 more times. I'm gonna tie these all together. That's 2 sets, so I squeeze those in as well, right in the middle. And again, the direction that it is already curling. So if you can get the center like fairly tight and then just roll from there, it's pretty easy. It's okay if the ends, you know, kind of stick up in different places, that's okay too. You grab the 3 of those together, take a tie, and roughly in the middle, you're gonna wanna twist this off. You twist it around and pull one time, and then I usually grab a hold of the actual twist right there and just twist the deco mesh with my other hand, because then it kind of cinches in on it. This is for all the ties you do. I do it the same way like that. But eventually this ends up like this as part of the stamen of the flower. So we're going to do 7 sets of these. 7 sets of 3 ties. Okay, then the next fold that we do is the same for everything. The next one we do is 6 sets of orange and yellow, and the orange goes on the inside of the curl, and they're roughly the same. They're not exactly the same size, but that doesn't really matter, because we're going to take this and fold it over diagonally to the longest 2 corners. So we have it like that, and it's kind of like a triangle, right? Hope we're in frame here. So if you twist it, you turn this top over, kind of like an envelope, like that one time, and then do it again one time. And it's a little awkward the way I'm doing it here, just to be in frame on camera, but when I would do it where you don't have to see what you're doing as easily or as much, you don't need to as much. I don't know, I'm babbling. But twist that off again. Once you have one twist, grab it with this hand, twist this kind of like a helicopter, and that really cinches in on the deco mesh in there, so it's super tight. 6 of those. We're going to do that again with 2 of the yellows. Same process, only we need, okay, so what it is, so we're going to do 24 sets of 2 of the yellow. Twist those off, put them aside, and then also we're going to do 6 sets of the 2 greens. The lighter and brighter green on the inside of the curl, the darker green, the moss green, on the outside. Again, fold that in half, make that envelope shape, and then turn it down one more time. So you have it like that in the middle. However this works out for you to hold it, to twist this off. 6 sets of those, and then we're going to start to assemble them on this wreath form. So this is the inner section. We're going to do one section of these, the 3 brown for the stamen. We're going to put that right through the middle, so right through there, and then we're going to go with one section each on each one of these spokes that come out the side. So that's 6, 7 altogether. So one in the middle, one on each section here. And this is the front. The way that this curves like that, this is the front of the wreath. So I find it easier actually to hold this in my lap, is what I would normally do, but work from the back, so that I take that, all the bulk of that deco mesh is all on the front, and I can see more where I'm twisting off on the back. So I'm going to put this one on the center, and then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next one we're going to do after that, and don't worry about the way that they're flip-flopping around, no matter how, until we get this wreath filled up with a lot of density, we can easily move everything around then. It's going to look super sloppy until then, don't worry about that. Just get them on and secure them tightly. So the next one we're going to do would be, after we get all of those in, is going to be the orange and yellow, and you're going to want to start taking these and kind of pushing them, because ultimately this is the way we want them to end up. On the back, this is on the front. But they're not going to really stay that way until a lot of them get bunched up. But you're going to start to train that by putting them on. There's going to be one's going to go on the first ring that's around the middle. So 6 sets, one on each one. Twist those on. You skip a rung, and the double yellows go on. Again, fold it in half, put those on. In this second section here, we do 3 sets of these. 1, 2, 3, between each crossbar. 3, 6, 9, so 18 altogether, 18 sets around. And then the final one is green and yellow combination. 1 set of green, 1 set of yellows, 1 set of green, 1 set of yellow. So we're down to 2 sets, 12, 2 in each cross section. But we'll go over them individually as we go along. First I'll put the brown on, and we'll stop back at each area and show you how to also kind of push the flowers and the petals around to your liking. Okay, so we're back. We have 7 of the brown around, 1 in the middle, 1 around each one of the spokes. Didn't worry too much about how to arrange them. This is the back, and this is the front. So I'm still not worried about getting them. It's going to look kind of sloppy, because eventually with the rest of the stuff on there, they're going to kind of smush together a little bit more like that. We move on to the yellow and orange. First rung, twist it around 2, 3 times, and then also try to train that. So pull that together, kind of let it sit between a few of the brown pieces just till we start getting a little bit more filled up. So 1 in each one of these cross sections. Okay, so we get all of that row on the orange and yellow all around, and they're starting to crowd up a little bit. That's good. Makes it a little more tricky to work with, but move on to the next ring, the second ring around, and we're going to put 3 sections, 3 of these, the heck that is, 3 of these pieces of the yellow on, right through there, 3 in each section, same thing, kind of fold them in half. Now that we start getting 3 in each section, it's going to really start getting crowded, and it's really going to start to take shape. Or you do this now while I smoke stick. You can stop it if you want. We can restart it.
Go.
Okay, so we got that layer on 3 in each one on the second ring. We're going to our final ring, which is the third. Nothing gets put on the last one. The third one, we alternate between green and yellow. 1 green, 1 yellow in each pie section. Green, 1 yellow, green, 1 yellow. Put those on. What I want to tell you aside from this, and we'll show you the end product, is that if you plan on having this in direct sunlight anywhere, you're going to want to use a some type of a UV protectant. Usually you can find that, especially around this time of year, in the patio department at Lowe's or Home Depot or something like that. They have it for like patio furniture, stuff like that. So as long as it says on the can somewhere, UV protectant, that'll be good. And because it does, if it's in direct sunlight a lot of the day, they do tend to fade certain colors. So you're good to go with that. If you actually did not or don't want to put a wreath together, we do sell them already put together, and we then, since they're already put together, we have the ability, because it's a spray, you want to do it like out in the yard or something like that, where just leave it, just put it on the grass, give it a spray. One can, if you buy a can of it, will do probably 10-15 wreaths. So you can go ahead and do that unless you don't have it in direct sunlight. And let's take a look at how this is looking right now. So as you see, like once it starts filling up, you can really kind of move things, move the petals and arrange them the way you can twist them. Twist if you have say a raw edge that has a lot of fraying on it, you can twist it inward. You're going to do most of this, your final run with that, once you hang it up and see. You can also, once you're done with the whole project, cut any of these frayed edges, like give it a little bit of a haircut if you got anything fraying. But once we're not manipulating it anymore, it's going to not start. It's going to stop fraying then. So wherever it's at, once you hang it up, you can give it a little haircut and arrange. You can do all the way around. One yellow, one green. I hope you enjoy yourself. Have a good time making this. Send us some pictures. We'll put them on Facebook. It is, like I said, last year was one of the most popular wreaths that we did. But this is like the Sunflower 2.0. This is, we were able to find some like super vibrant yellow colors. That's like a more of a golden true sunflower color yellow than we were able to have last year. Also, some people like that little bit of orange in there, and some people do not. If you choose not to have the orange in there, just in that layer that we did with the one yellow and orange, yellow on the outside, just do one yellow 6 times, and you know, you'll be fine with that. It will eliminate that orange color if you don't want it, but it is in your kit if you do. So everybody enjoy yourselves, and we'll send you a picture of the final product done.